those baby blues. Yeah, those baby blues. A broken man without a path. A vagrant aimless without a mouth. Took 2 long breaths and just one more till my lungs couldn't hold another. For you and me. And those baby blues. Yeah, those baby blues. Those baby blues. Yeah, those baby blues. A broken man without a path. A vagrant aimless without a mouth. Some kisses your cheek and then grazes your neck. Makes my lips so damn jealous. For you and me. And those baby blues. Yeah, those baby blues. Take my picture with you when you go out west. Those baby blues. If you love me, then just say it with your chest. Those baby blues. Now, don't forget about me, yeah. I will do my best. Those baby blues. No, that's true. For me and you.
Yo, what is up, 24/7 Buff Pandemonium? It's your guy, Swank. It is Tuesday. It is 8:32 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that can only mean one thing. It's time for the K-Gun Report, brought to you by Buff Fan Base and 26 Shirts. We have a super great show for you guys tonight. We're talking about that huge Carolina win. We're talking about righting the ship. We're talking about James Cook. We're talking about Kansas City. We're talking about all the good that comes after a win, which we haven't felt in a while, plus a bye. So grab your drinks and come hang out with me and Jerry and Scooter and talk Buffalo Bills.
Hey Bills Mafia, this is Don Beebe of the Buffalo Bills, and you're listening to the one and only K-Gun Report. Oh, and you all know, go Buffalo.
And you all know, go Buffalo. That's right and correct. Guys, super stoked to have you here tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in to the K-Gun Report. Season 6, episode 33. I got all the reads here tonight, every single goddamn one of them. And I'll say, man, if we were still doing the betting, you guys, you just if you had a peek behind the curtain, you all would have lost because Jerry was the first read on tonight. I can't believe it. Jerry Reed, tell him what's up, buddy, and how are you this evening?
I'm doing great. It's good to be a Bills Mafia member today. Oh, it is at all moments in life, but especially after a nice win this past weekend in solid fashion, 40-9. And guess what? We let the cook in the kitchen, and he took off with it. And he used all the utensils, and he just let James cook. Let's go.
He used all the utensils. I like that. That was pretty slick, man. Yeah, and you know what? I think there was a show that possibly talked about James Cook taking this game over. I can't remember, but there was a really nice little reel that Jerry put out proving to you that even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. Speaking of nuts, right over here, my brother from another mother, Scooter Magooter. Scott, what do you got tonight on a night where your technology just almost wasn't going to work for you?
These nuts. Speaking of nuts, I'm glad to be here. Yeah, I got that big warning on the computer saying nothing's uploading, and it was kind of weird. So obviously with the mics and the headphones and all that stuff, guys, we deal with a lot when it comes to trying to make sure everything works. And I came in just in time. Glad to be here. Big blowout win, like Jared said. But we have a very impressive game of the week coming up this week. I can't wait to talk to you boys about it.
Hell yeah. Before we get started on all that, we want to let you know we are, in fact, part of the Buff fan base. Super proud to be. As such, we are sponsored by 26 Shirts. Go to 26shirts.com. Give them all your money. Del Reed and the gang got all sorts of great stuff cooking up. And for a special, special night, ladies and gentlemen, we have another sponsor. Washburn Excavating out of Dundee is sponsoring tonight's show. We are super stoked and very, very honored that they chose to be a part of the K-Gun and the FLX Mafia. And as such, we got some ad reads to do. How about that, boys? Isn't that great?
Love it.
At Washburn Excavating, our mission is to provide reliable, high-quality excavating services built on generations of experience, hard work, and integrity. As a family-owned business, we take pride in treating every project, big or small, with the same care and commitment we would our own. We strive to build lasting relationships with our clients and communities through safe practices, honest communication, and dependable results. That's Washburn Excavating out of Dundee, New York. You can get a hold of them at the office. You can call up Courtney, 607-243-7801. That's 607-243-7801. How fun is that, boys? Huh?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Bills Mafia.
Yeah, thank you for supporting the show. It's a great big old step, and we're stoked on it. So anyway, guys, we got people in the comments. I don't know if you know that people on this show comment, and we're here for it. I already saw that Jerry has commented on his own live stream. I love that. Uncle James was a Mafia. Bring on KC. Hell yeah. We got Corey Blaine of BWO. What up, fellas? BWO in the house. Great Bills win. Find me and Spartan at the tailgate this week. Go Bills. Absolutely. Go hang out with Corey and Spartan of BWO for the tailgate this weekend. Why not? We got Cookie. What up, everybody? Hell yeah. Ellen Lartz. What a beautiful game. Bills and the Mafia get to celebrate that win for sure. Absolutely. Man, how great did this game feel outside of this bye and coming off 2 losses? Like, real quick, what was your one word emotion? Jerry, go ahead.
My one word emotion would be wow. Wow. There you go. How's that one?
Speechless? That's speechless.
There you go.
Okay, Scott, what's yours?
I want to say about damn time, but that's not it. So let's go.
Yeah, I had many too.
A lot of coordination in this one.
Coordination, I like it. We got Buffalo Spartan.
This is Sparta.
Mafia mount up. What up, boys? Mafia. I forgot you do that. Yeah, listen, guys, Jerry hasn't been on the show in about 14 years now, I think. So I forgot that he used to hum that little our new weapon. Got our guy Doug back to Happy Tuesday. What's up, everyone? Good way to head into KC week.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Doug, man, Doug is like, he's good for a quick hitter one-liner, and he's always positive, man. Doug is like just like a jolly guy, and it makes me smile like whenever I see him either at the Rager or an event or in the comments, man, as most of you do. But Doug, OG for a long time. Appreciate you hanging with us this whole time. Corey's been sending all these blank comments. I don't know what that's about. They're probably emojis or something. I don't know. Who knows? Finally back to Victory Tuesday. What up, Mafia? Go Bills. That's my guy, John Johns. What's up, John?
What's up, John?
And of course, Lisa Johns had the best day ever. Hell yeah.
Nice.
She got to meet her man, Khalil. What, Lisa?
Well, there you go.
Tell us all about it. I want to hear all about it.
Yeah, that's
He had a big game.
He did. Finally. Lori says, hello, peeps. Lori is the amazing mother of our guy, Eli, who has another prediction for everybody on Eli's winning lockdowns a little later on in the show. Jared, 24/7 BF, reposted this stream. That must be
There you go.
an automatic thing, huh? Is
Yep,
that
that's what it is. Yep.
Here
Look
I
at
am.
that red helmet on there. Damn.
Wow. It's like the one right behind your shoulder. Yeah. Let's see. Corey's asking about the earthquake. Yeah, there was an earthquake up here. Did you guys know that? Like 2 days ago.
2.2 or something like that.
Yeah, it was out in the middle of Lake Ontario, or like towards the shoreline of Lake Ontario. Yeah. We got Xander Perry. What's up, Mafia? What's up, Xander? Thanks for popping in, man.
What's up, bud?
Our guy Jim Graham, pray for Jamaica. Yeah, man, that hurricane is gnarly.
Yeah.
Like they keep showing it forming, and I'm like, I've never seen one with like a more perfect eye. Like when they're doing it, like the little time lapse, and it just and that. Oh man, it's nuts.
Man, yeah, it's going right over the top of Jamaica. Whew.
We got Mary Jane Brown Hughes winning Tuesday. Good game. Hell yeah. What's up, Mary Jane? We got our guy Adam. What's up, boys? What's up, Adam? Where else would you rather be on a Victory Tuesday? That's right, brother. Jim giving BWO, our brothers, a little shout out. We had a great show with them last week. The whole panel, mano a mano, wrestling death match, NWO versus whatever. That's about as far as I got for the wrestling stuff. It was a great. I had a great time. We debated McDerm yes versus McDerm not, and I think I don't know, man. It was great. I really enjoyed the show, so it's good.
It's good to have a little back and forth every once in a while with different opinions, for sure.
Lori, Jer hasn't been on for so long. His beard has grown longer. Wow, look at you, Jerry.
This might be the last episode with this baby.
Oh yeah, is that what you think?
The wife is begging, so. Oh, look at you, Swank. Damn, we're almost matching.
All right.
And Scott looks like he shaved her up there too, so looks good.
Yeah, I touched her up today.
Man. Jerry, I want to make a little comment on that message you just sent, but like, I'm not one of your kids. You can't fool me like that, bro. Get out of here. Let's see. A little bit of housekeeping. Add Oliver to IR. More than 4 weeks, likely. He will be maybe available for the playoff run.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bummer. What are you thinking here, Scooter Magoo, on this?
He's been consistent this year, so it's tough to see. His past years, he's been inconsistent. Good one game, not the next, but he's been pretty solid, a pretty good staple for this defensive line. Ogunjobi just came back this week from a suspension. I don't know what's going on with TJ Sanders. We do have some guys in the depth chart that could come in. Obviously, they're going to fill it. Zion, I forgot his last name. He's been on the Buffalo's practice squad for a while, but that's a huge piece. So I'm praying and hoping that the pieces that came back and showed up against Carolina will help lessen that, kind of heal that wound a little bit better. But that's a big piece.
A huge piece. As part of it, Jerry, it has been reported that the Jordans Jordan Poyer and Jordan Phillips have both been elevated to the 53-man roster, which obviously they're hoping that fills a little bit of that hole. I'll say Jordan, he didn't have too bad of a game. Jordan Phillips didn't have too bad of a game this last weekend, getting in there a little bit and mixing it up with the fellers. What do you think about that, man? Is Jordan Phillips enough to replace an Ed Oliver type?
No, he's not enough. But I think if you have a variety getting thrown in there, I think it might be something cool to watch. What I really liked watching was Hoyt. Is that how we pronounce his name? Yep. Hoyt. He is not getting down in 3-point or 4-point stance when he's in the interior line. He's roaming, standing up. So I think him coming back, and you hate to say it, but him coming back this week and Oliver leaving, I don't think you can get a better adaptation than that. I think better timing. So I think, yes, Ed Oliver is going to be missed. He was wreaking havoc a little bit. I think he's only played in 3 games until this one we just had, but I think we're going to have the big hog mollies up there to replace him. They're going to have to split that time, but Hoyt, I think, is going to be huge in that. And I think the Bills defense did a very good job with moving him around this past weekend. And I think he's going to be a great addition timing wise, like you said, Swank, for this defense. So he'll be missed.
Well, Jerry, I mean, since you're getting you're just like barreling in full steam here. You want to get on this game? I want to get on this game too, guys. It's time for 3 Up, 3 Down.
3 Up, 3 Down. Brought to you by the FLX Mafia. Bills fans in the Finger Lakes. Let's go, Buffalo.
Bills fans in the Finger Lakes. Let's go, Buffalo.
Hey, guys, let's go, Buffalo.
Listen, Jerry, you do a great job with the videos. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you, sir.
But you
got a little nicely on that one there, buddy. I like it.
It was that or Santa Claus.
When you were recording it, where you're like, maybe I can disguise my voice so people don't realize it's me. Like,
oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, sometimes I do that.
I like it. Guys, our Buffalo Bills righted the ship, kept their winning streak after a bye week going strong between McDermott and Josh Allen. Big win, 40-9, dominant, some would say. Brought the record to 5-2, which is a beautiful thing. Still a game behind the Patriots, game and a half behind the Patriots. Bummer, but a lot of ball left to play. If you are new to 3 Up and 3 Down, and please play along in the comments, we take an offensive up, a defensive up, and a special teams up. That's 3. And an offensive down,
A defensive down, and a special teams down.
And that's your 3 Up, 3 Down. We start with the offense. We go with the ups. Let's go, Jerry. I'm busting your balls a little bit here. All 713 of the viewers that are tuning in right now all want to know, what is your one offensive up? That's 1, Jerry.
Fullbacks are football players too. And I tell you what, Reggie Gilliam is my up this week, and he has been all season and for the last 6 or 7 years. This is a guy that for the first 2 or 3 seasons, we were putting him off the squad, and then he just kept making it. And he is a very well-rounded athlete there. And on that Buffalo Bills offense, he can do it on tight ends. He can do it as a lead blocker. And he does it as special teams. But my up goes to him. He set James Cook free. I tell you, boys, every long run that he had for a touchdown, number 41 was going up the middle there and supplying that one block to set him free. And I played fullback in high school, so when you see those guys going in there and making those blocks, it gives me the little nostalgia bumps, and I love it. He set James Cook free, but also on special teams, I want to add, he didn't get any tackles this past week, but he has in the past. But he's always there, either making contact with the guy right before the other guy comes in and makes a tackle on him. But he's a very important piece on that special teams too. And 41, Reggie Gilliam, we love you.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, he's just been that solid piece. I think like ever since McDermott has come to the Buffalo Bills, we've always had like a fullback that isn't afraid to get the job done. So I love it, man. I love singing the praises, and lots of posts that Jerry Boy made singing our fullbacks praises this week too. So, and you can follow that on 24/7 Buff Fandemonium on all platforms. Scooter Magoo, man, what is your offensive up?
I'm gonna talk about the Yak Man. our yards after catch guy, Khalil Shakir. He's my up. Obviously, there's low hanging fruit there, Swank, but in a wide receiver core that does not seem to be showing up to these games, Khalil Shakir is one of those guys that has become a reliable receiver for Josh Allen. He's getting open. He's a low center of gravity type of body that's able to get off that first tackle, and he runs a 4.3, 4.40. So he's killing it. He's killing it. He's getting the most of his opportunities, and he's my up for this game. A guy that had to show up in the receiving game, a bad receiving game at that, and he's one that was a shining light for sure. So Khalil Shakir for me.
I love it. 6 receptions, 88 yards, 14.7 yard average per catch, and a touchdown, Mr. Khalil Shakir. I like it, man. I like seeing some of these names show up that we need to see show up, especially in the passing game. I'll take it, man. James Cook. James Jimbo Cook. Oh, my God. Setting records. Hasn't had that kind of production on the offensive line from a running back since O.J. Simpson back in the 70s. 19 carries, 216 yards, 11.4 per carries, 2 touchdowns. Do you see a guy who gets paid big money, not huge money, not the most money, but big money, and comes back and just runs the way James Cook is running right now? It's insane. It's absolutely insane. It's everything we signed up for. It's everything people were worried about not happening before we gave him that money and once we gave him that money. And I will tell you right now, James Cook is the best running back in the NFL currently.
Yeah.
Prove wrong. Yeah.
I love how they ran the 4 or 5 or 6 of the same kind of quick pitch plays. Obviously, Carolina wasn't making any adjustments in their front 7, and they took full advantage of it. Loved it.
Yeah. We'll stick with the offense here, and we'll go up down, right? But real quick, do you guys got any quick honorable mentions for an up?
You got to go with the offensive line. James Cook wouldn't be where he is without that.
Yes, they played with a very different edge, and McDermott absolutely said that several times in the press conferences that he's been, that everybody was playing with a different edge, but that offensive line absolutely playing with a different edge, and the wide receivers and tight ends blocking downfield. Jerry, you got any honorable mentions?
Nope, that I think the offensive line covers that pretty much. Yep.
I'd say the only other nod I was going to give was the halftime adjustments. I thought that the passing game was a little weak the first half of the game. Josh was maybe a little off, and we'll transition to the offensive downs now with that. And I'll start it off, man. Josh looked a little off on his accuracy. And along with that, the passing game, the play calling, I'm still not 100% here with Brady. Yes, those pitches were exciting. I need to see the count for the first half of the game, but at least 75% of our offensive snaps had to be either a pitch to a running back or a screen to a wide receiver. And I don't understand how you can be an NFL offensive coordinator sitting in the booth. Watch, if it works, it works. Fine. But no variety, like very little variety. I don't know how you think that you can win games consistently calling it like that. So Brady and that slow start for the first half on the passing game, that is my down. Scooter Magoo, what do you got?
Well, real quick, Swank. I made a joke with my dad during the game that you could see in the black Sharpie on the 3 play calls on Josh Allen's wrist play call card. I was joking, obviously, but there's 3 plays that he kept running. My down is going to have to be the wide receiver core. Other than Shakir, Keon Coleman got late gameplay catches from Trubisky. They're just non-existent. And I saw I watched the all 22, and in this case, there was not a lot of separation. I understand Carolina has a good defensive backfield, but you're going to play teams like that, and you got to show up.
That's it, man. That's it. We talked about this going into this week. Carolina's defense it's not a slouch. They actually prided themselves on the fact that they held running backs to not a lot of yards. 60, I think they were averaging per game before James Cook and the Bills offensive line rolled into town and put up over 200 on them. So, yeah, I mean, this wasn't a slouchy defense, Andy Dalton or not. I think it was something that, like, we played well, and that's why we won. It wasn't because it's the Panthers. The Panthers also have a pretty decent record, which I was on
4-3. Yep.
until we started playing. Like, oh my God, when did they win 4 games? Like, but anyway, Jerry, what do you got for a defense or an offensive down?
So my offensive down has to be Ray Davis and Ty Johnson. I know our main guy got 11 yards per carry, but when their numbers were called, they averaged 1.8 and 1.5 yards a carry. I know they're a different running style backfield than Cook, but you expect more of that, especially Ray Davis, 9 carries for 16 yards. That's a guy that we were hoping if James Cook was to hold out, he would step up, and we were all pretty confident in his ability to do that. But when you see numbers like that, especially because it's been consistent all year, you get kind of worried. And then Ty Johnson, I want to see him more out of the backfield. He's our third down guy that was supposed to be a specialty, and he's kind of not showing up too much there either. So the 2 and 3 running back were my 3 down. My down.
I hear you. Ray Davis had a rough go of it this year. He looked like he had a little bit of a spark before the bye, but I don't know. Between Ray and Ty, the way you're talking, Jerry, are you thinking Ty's actually having a rougher season than Ray this year?
Ty's had a quiet season. I think Ray Davis has gotten opportunities to provide something, but Ty just hasn't been, I don't think, getting a lot of opportunities, not a lot of passes out of the backfield or runs. So, and Josh dubbed him the best third down back in the league last year, but we have yet to really see him going anywhere.
Yeah, you don't see any of those circle routes or the flare routes out to the outside where he's one-on-one against a linebacker. None of those plays being called for Ty yet.
No.
Yet.
Well, and that's the other part of it. Is Brady just holding stuff back, or is it like you're being so vanilla that like nobody can plan against you, especially the week before you see Kansas City? If that's the case, it's stupid. It's absolutely stupid to me. Like, yes, you won 40-9. I understand. There is no way in hell, if you have a whole pocket full of plays that work and they work so well that you're gonna like unveil them against the Kansas City Chiefs just to smoke them out and haha, look at this. Like, that is asinine thinking. Like, there's absolutely no way. If you got a play that'll work, that'll score a touchdown, go put it out there. Like, I'm not everything, but Jesus, like more than 3 plays for sure.
You're playing in the AFC. Every win counts.
Yes.
Every win counts here in the AFC. There's a lot of teams that are going to be pushing for that wild card, but I think there's going to be a handful pushing for that number 1 seed late into the season. So you need to win these games. Don't hold anything back.
Mm-hmm. Corey asks, do you think Josh doesn't trust most of the receivers? Scooter, what do you think?
Something I've always knocked Josh for is he does take a while to make a decision. That's why he scrambles so much, and he's successful at that. When he rolls out to the right, he's successful doing that. I do think that plays a little bit of a part. Keep in mind, Coleman is still only in his 2nd year. And I think Kincaid and Shakir are his trustworthy wide receivers. I think unless someone's wide open, he's not going to throw it to him right now. So yeah, I do think he has trust issues with them.
Jerry, do you concur?
Yes, I believe that's correct. I don't know why he's not throwing it out to the running backs more often too. So maybe he's getting nervous because he doesn't trust those 3 and 4 guys, that he just gets scrambled in the head and he has to take off or not look at those checkdowns. So I get he understands and trusts Shakir and Kincaid. I think he trusts Knox as well, but the other guys he might not trust yet, and then maybe that throws him off where he can't even see, like doesn't even think to throw his running back. So we'll see what happens. We got a couple more weeks here before we really start getting going, and hopefully he could start to trust people. But the 50-50 balls, he's not even chucking up for anybody, really.
Doug says, I think Josh is crossed up with what Brady is trying to accomplish. That is not his natural instinct, and waiting for non-separation receivers to get open, and it's frustrating for him. Yeah. I think, that kind of sums up exactly what the panel here is saying, Doug. You still got to throw those balls. Like, this is the thing. To me, it's more Brady. Josh even said in his presser after the game, he praised Elijah Moore for a huge block, but then was like, he missed him on that one deep ball and then missed him again. He was wide open when he chose to go to his check down. And, he's got to be better about seeing it down the field, blah, blah, blah. Elijah Moore is one of those guys that I think maybe sneakily could be a big factor coming up this week in this game. But
nice.
That's just a little teaser. Go get Shaheed. Yeah, there's a lot of rumors floating around. Trade deadline's coming up next week. New Orleans is a huge target for a lot of content creators and armchair GMs. And who knows? Him, Olaf, those guys. He did just get racked up a little bit. He had a great game this last weekend, but he got hurt. So, again, my whole thing with that is I don't want a receiver who is injury prone because it won't help. You will go exactly back to where you were, just like we did with Cooper last year.
Yep, there goes Shaheed and Olaf.
Yeah, exactly. So, great. Keep these comments coming, guys. 929 of you tuning in right now. We're going over the defensive side of the ball. Defensive up. Let's go, Scott. We'll start with you this time. What was your defensive up for the game?
It's one of the players we've always knocked again for the consistency, but I am going up for AJ Epinesa. A sack, an interception, a recognition of a screen. I think Shaq Thompson is the one that called it out and he recognized it and stopped it. But Epinesa was all over the place. It seems like he was a part of every tackle, getting off the pile. So an outstanding performance. Hope to see a lot more of that. Again, it's the consistency thing. And you're playing against a Chiefs team that likes to do a lot of those screens, a lot of those you better contain or you're in trouble kind of situation. So I'm looking for Epinesa to have 2 weeks in a row of success, but his up for sure. He's my up for the defense. Great performance by AJ.
I love it, man. I love to see him doing well. Man, he almost had I think that would have been his second career pick six.
Right
there.
Yeah, he did against the Chiefs, didn't he? No, that was Rousseau.
Yeah.
Rousseau had one of those tip passes against the Chiefs.
Somebody out there, we got people. If you can find that out, man, I think that would have been his second. I think he did have one last season, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, what a great guy. Love to see these players that we've kind of cultivated and bred along, starting to make big plays. And that defensive line needed all the plays they got this last weekend to kind of push them up over and show what they're capable of. Jerry, what do you got for defensive up?
There are a lot of players who potentially could be the up, but I'm going to go with our rookie, Maxwell Hairston. On a coverage where he knocked the ball loose on a receiver, but another one of our players got called for holding. I think it might have been Poyer. But no, great play on the ball. And then the fact that we know that he's got 4.3 speed, but he came up and made a one-on-one tackle straight up with a guy and put him down, and then he flexed on him. That's exciting for Bills fans. It's got to be exciting for Bills fans. I know the play count is going to be more this week coming into Kansas City with all that speed, but the way he was able to move around and adjust and put pressure on that back leg to make a forceful tackle is promising for the Buffalo Bills fans. And Maxwell Hairston, welcome to the NFL, my friend. Go Bills. Let's do it.
Commanders. Epinesa's interception was against the Commanders.
Okay.
Sweet. Pick six? That was pick six.
Yep.
Sweet. Yeah, man, Hairston. Oh my God, how excited I was that he was pulled up. How excited I was that he was active. It was crazy. We went through it on Sunday sessions. We didn't really think any of this. We talked about it last Tuesday. Oh yeah, it'll be a couple weeks. 2 to 4, I think, was kind of the range that we were talking about. There's no way that they're going to do this, and then they did it. And he went out and he did not look like a slouch. He looked like he was up for the task. And anything, again, that he's lacking as far as game speed wise and processing, it doesn't seem to be affecting him against the Carolina Panthers, at least, because he was right there. That speed was doing exactly what we thought, making up for anything maybe that mentally isn't quite there yet. But who knows? Maybe it all is, because he made plays and he got a big nod from coach about that pop on the sideline. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. There's so many that I had listed here. But I'm going to say, man, I'll group it in with you, piggyback a little bit. All the returning players.
Yeah. Yep.
All your suspended players, especially Hoyt, man. Oh my God, that guy has juice. Just so much of it, and versatile, playing outside, playing inside, get into the quarterback, and just I think bringing the kind of juice to this line that we haven't seen in a long time. I love it. I love that he was in there making plays. I think it's what we all wanted. I think it's what we talked about in Sunday sessions. We all wanted to see these guys that haven't been able to play this year come in and do something right off the bat. And I got to say, I think all three of them did, like Harrison Hoyt and Obi-Wan Kenobi, So
to jump on that, I didn't. If you scroll down, I did not know Hoyt had this stat.
Let's see, where are we at?
1.5 sacks.
Yeah, he had. I knew he had at least one.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, that's a pretty good first day.
Oh Jesus, I'm missing a bunch of it. Damn.
Yeah, I just scrolled down and look at the stat line. Ogunjobi had.
Oh, you're talking about up here. I thought you were
talking. He split it with Deion Walker.
Yeah, amazing. That's pretty damn good for a Bills debut, man.
Yeah, my bad. I thought you were talking about in the comments. I'm like,
no, I should have clarified.
Yeah, I should have scrolled that down anyway. Yeah, man. I mean, looking at these sack Abby, what is it? 7 sacks that we ended up with for the day. Couple fumbles, turnovers, that pick that should have been a pick 6. Just this was the defense saying, "We're here. We're banged up. We're here." I would ask you guys this. Do you think, because this is what I thought I noticed, and he denied it when they asked him about it. It looked like to me McDermott was calling plays. Got it? Mm-hmm.
Yep. When you're walking on the sidelines doing this, that means you're talking and you're picking plays.
He don't usually even have a play sheet in his hand on the sideline. So he had it up and he was doing and whatever. And I'm like, man, he's doing it. Like he's calling, or he's at least conferencing with Babbage, being like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
What we're doing? Dad being like 10-2. Let's go. Check your mirrors. But yeah, I'm good with it. If that's what it takes, go ahead. Let's go. Like,
no shame in that.
None at all. Win is a win. And that defense looked brutally better than probably all season. That's the best game they've played all season.
By far.
And they're still banged up. They're still banged up in the secondary. They're still, moving parts, the linebacking core. Like, we don't know what's going on with all that. Like, it's, man, they're looking good. Defensive down. Jerry, I'm sending it right to you. What do you got for a defensive down?
Oh, let's see here. Defensive down. I'm going to have to say Trey White kind of had a struggling game again. He came up and made a couple tackles, maybe 1 or 2. But, no, I think when he was out there, I think Harrison gave him a run for his money. So
I agree, man. That was one of the extras I had. Harrison to play more. Put him in. He's ready. I want to see it. And Trey looked like he was struggling. As we nobody expected him to
start
as much as he has this year. So, Scooter, what do you think, man? Defensive down.
I mean, you had to get up 9 points. Come on.
Slobs.
It's just solid all around. I can't really focus on anything. They stopped the run game. That was really good. Dalton, you can say what you want to say about him, but he's a veteran quarterback that knows how to pass the ball. They had 2 really good sized wide receivers on each side in Leggett and Tet McKillen. They did a great job all around. So if there was a bad, you didn't notice it.
I like it. They're literally, it's a shame to even bring it up, and it's nitpicky stuff, especially after the great game that they've had. Like, I don't know, it's whatever, but yeah, I respect that take, man, or that position. Safety play. That's what I had. It bums me out to see Jordan Poyer. At one point, my buddy Chad texts me and he goes, "Is it bad that I'm wishing that Hamlin was out here playing?" And I'm like, probably. That's probably a bad thing. We all love DeMar, but like, that's not a good position to be in. It don't feel very well.
Here's a quick take on the safeties real quick, guys, for you. I don't know if anyone noticed, but Bishop and Rapp are the same type of safety. That's why they didn't succeed together. They both can play in a box. They both like to come up and hit. The Bills succeed in someone like a Poyer and Hyde, where someone is able to come up in the box and someone is able to just fall back and play those zones.
Yep.
I think the Rapp injury might be a blessing in disguise. So now Bishop can be that guy in the box and coming up to lay the wood. And we just need Jordan Poyer to do what Jordan Poyer used to play the Hyde role, fall back and play the zone. So, and maybe Hancock will find himself there later on in the season. But a blessing in disguise with the Rapp injury. I think you'll see that the safeties will be working a lot better together in the next coming games.
Yeah, I'm hoping so, man. I'm hoping. The thing that worries me about what you just said, Bishop is not my worry right now. I think Bishop's starting to find his footing, and I love how hard he hits. He is a hit stick, son of a bitch. Jordan Poyer was that position, like you're saying. So having him drop back in coverage, I think we kind of saw what's going on. You got a little holding going on. You got some stuff where he's getting older. He's not as fast as he used to be, and he wasn't fast enough to play that role back when he was a stud playing there. So it gives me pause to think I don't really want him back there chasing down the deep ball and covering the top, but we'll see what happens, man. I'm very grateful to have the veterans that we have on this team. At least they know the playbook, and at least they know what it's like to play in these big games.
Of course.
Real quick, special teams, up downs. I'll try to answer for the group if that's cool. Another performance. It's one of the best. I think this is the best special teams team that we've seen maybe in the McDermott era. Just solid play. The only down I got is the missed PAT. But Prater is I looked it up. I was going to try and do a rattle the reads about kickers, but it is like impossible. Like I can't imagine putting you guys through this. To like list off the 10 kickers that were ranked above him, because he is ranked number 11th right now. As far as field goal percentages. So I think what the hell, special teams is one of those spots where we don't really have to worry so much anymore.
It's good. Yep. Well done. Well said.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Prater down for his big dubs at the end of the game when he walked by the camera all confused. I'll give him a down for that.
Well, howdy.
Well, howdy, baby.
He walked by like this.
Yeah.
He kept walking. It was hilarious.
So funny, dude.
We're here, Prater. Matt.
This camera's over here. Guys, it is 9/11, and there's 1,032 of you tuning in live right now, and we sure appreciate it as much as we appreciate our sponsor for this episode, Washburn Excavating.
Washburn Excavation. Their mission is to provide reliable, high-quality excavating services built on generations of experience, hard work, and integrity. As a family-owned business, they take pride in treating every project, big or small, with the same care and commitment they would their own. They strive to build lasting relationships with their clients and the communities through safe practices, honest communication, and dependable results. Got a project coming up? Call the office at 607-243-7801 and ask for Courtney.
That's right. Give him a call and ask for Courtney. Thanks so much, Washburn Excavating, for sponsoring tonight's episode of the K-Gun Report. We sure appreciate you. We'd like to remind you we're part of the Buff Fan Base Network, the originators of the Bills Mafia. As such, we're sponsored by 26 Shirts. Go to 26shirts.com. Give them all your money. Del Reed and the gang raising over $2.3 million for Western New York families in need. Oh, my God. And now, back to our show. Brought to you by 24/7 Buff Fandemonium, the originators of FLX Mafia. Bye.
There you go.
Here we are again at a similar spot, fellers. The Kansas City Chiefs are coming to town. It's a regular season matchup. I think we've played them 8,042 times ever since Josh Allen got in the league. They're hitting their stride. It's going to be a doozy. I want to start with this very, very simple question. Please, everyone in the comments, chime right in, man. All 1,053 of you. Would you rather we're going to play?
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather the Bills lose this game and beat them in the playoffs? Would you rather win this game and see what happens in the playoffs? What kind of heaviness hits your stomach when you think about it? Do you even get a chance to enjoy a win in the regular season against the Chiefs before you're like, well, now the playoffs are coming? Scott?
I mean, if you sat down and thought about it, that is a good question. I mean, obviously we want the playoff win, but that's not the guarantee in this situation, right? Beat them now, and let's see what happens in the playoffs. I think let's not forget how that AFC West division is looking right now. If Denver keeps doing what they're doing, they potentially, Kansas City would be a wild card team, and I honestly don't think they can get away with all that they're going to get away with, especially if they have to play 3 whole games in the playoffs. So let's beat them now. Let's beat them now. They are healthy, so I'd like to beat them when they're healthy, and we'll go from there.
I like it. I like that answer. Jerry, what do you think?
Yeah, if you can guarantee a playoff win against them, then I would say, yeah, let's lose this week. But like Scott said, they are a healthy team now. They're rolling now. We're starting to get our pieces together. If we could pull off a win against this team right now, I think that's going to show a lot for the rest of the season. I know they got that saying, where did they go over there? Everybody got to eat. It sounds almost familiar, like the Buffalo Bills had something close to that too. But that's their montage there. They're going to run with that. And I think that they are doing that. They're feeding everybody. And like I said, they're on a roll. If the Bills can beat them now, I think it's clear sailing for the playoffs.
I like what Ellen's got to say here. Need to win any game against the Chiefs and Kermit. Yeah. Absolutely, man. I feel that way. I'm not throwing away a regular season win, especially an AFC regular season win that has implications in seedings. Like, and this is just like how crazy I think like Twitter and fan bases can be, where they're like, oh, great, we beat them here. Blah, blah. Take the win. Take the win. You got to take it. I think it's also a great point, Jerry. Yeah, the Chiefs are hitting their stride, but so are we. We're hitting our stride. Defense is hitting the stride. And I don't know if the Chiefs, since they started their great awakening this season after looking like a bunch of dummies, I don't know if they've played a defense that looked like the Bills looked against Carolina on Sunday. So that should be real interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Real interesting. All right, Scoot. Chomping at the bit. I know you are. Tell me, what does our Buffalo Bills defense, them boys that we were just talking about, what do they got to do to beat old Kermit and crew this Sunday?
They have to execute the change that is brought upon with those guys coming back, the Hairston, the Hoyts, and the Ogunjobis. The reason you do these offseason moves is for the teams that you can't beat in the playoffs. And fortunate for us, we get to play with that team in week 9. So defense has to do is show what Hoyt was brought there for, show that we brought Hairston in to cover Worthy, and show that that we can create pressure on Mahomes where he can't just – the Lions going to get away with holding. We already know that, guys. It's part of the Chiefs' game plan is to rely on some holding calls. But we brought in 3 of those pieces for this particular team that we're playing against. I want to see it effective. So I don't care who's calling the play calls. I just want the similar play calls that were called against the Carolina Panthers, where we actually looked prepared to play the team that we are playing. I know they had an extra week with the bye, but we know who Kansas City is. We know the players, Kelsey, Mahomes, the linemen, and the receivers. We know who they are. They are who we thought they were. So let's play defense like we brought guys in to do so against this team.
I love it. I absolutely love it. There's no better time to find their identity, I think, than the week before. And this seems like a pressure-heavy turnover machine defense that we have so much wanted all season. Jerry boy, what do you think? What's this defense got to do to get a win?
Yep, they have to keep everything in front of them and slow it down. I know this past week, if you go to the last game that Kansas City played a lot of moving pieces, a lot of dump offs, a lot of screens, a lot of weird plays. So keep everything in front of you, stick to your responsibilities, and I think you'll be successful. We saw in this past Super Bowl that the Philadelphia Eagles relied on that pressure from the defensive line. Like Scott said, you got to get those guys, those 3 guys or 2 guys that we brought in for that reason to get established and make a mess up front. I also feel like this week you have to play Maxwell Harrison a lot more, because if you're going to see these guys this is the best receiving core you'll probably see all season.
Mhm.
If he can get out there and get going around with this secondary and get his feet under him against this squad with all the different pieces, the screens, the quick ins, outs, all that, then that's going to be a big learning curve for Maxwell Harrison. So get him involved a lot, and I think we'll be successful. Keep everything in front of you, tackle, mind your P's and Q's. Harrison, get the experience. We'll be good.
I love it. I love it. I think you see Harrison travel with Worthy maybe a little bit. I think that'd be an interesting matchup. I would love to see a little man just to see how Harrison does, but maybe you take that flyer option away from him down there and see what happens, because I think Benford could absolutely handle Ray Rice.
Yep. The thing is with man is when you have man, those front 7 have to get to the quarterback.
Yeah, you have to get there.
Well, they did it this last week, so let's see. Let's see what's up. You're saying like, yeah, there's going to be holding. That's the whole offensive line deal with the Chiefs. Also, false starts that don't get noticed. They are a big thing for this team. I really think that who's the right guard or the right tackle?
Jawan Taylor.
Always
Moving early.
Always one step before the ball is snapped every single, like 90% of the time. And I wonder if he literally does it because he knows they will not call it every single time.
Yeah.
Has he hit like that perfect spot where it's like, okay, well, they'll call it twice.
Yep.
But I can do it,
25 times.
Yeah, exactly. And nobody's going to say anything because they're not going to want to slow down play.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an interesting tactic if that's really all the thought that goes into it. I mean, they got to be watching tape and being like, hey, man, you're leaving early, if they care. Maybe they just don't care because they know, like, they're not going to throw every single flag on it.
We're talking Philadelphia Eagles push-tush situation, too.
Yeah. It's a similar thing.
They figured out the glitch in the officiating. They're not going to call it every time.
Yep, and that's it. Yeah, for me, man, I think more the same. Put pressure on Mahomes. Get home on Mahomes. Can we do that? Can we get a shirt that says "Get home on Mahomes"? Like, this dude is. I don't understand how he is like contained and then plops around and runs like a little baby around the outside and then slides super early or super late or whatever he does, and he's productive. I don't understand it. I really liked how the Commanders were playing him last night in the first half.
Yeah,
2 picks. Like, it seemed like they had him like pretty much shut down. Guy even had him wrapped up in the third quarter, and the refs begrudgingly threw an intentional grounding flag on Patrick Mahomes because the ball didn't make it to the line of scrimmage. But they had to talk about it for a long time and throw it late. So disrupt, man. Yeah, I think I like what you two said about this. Hairston playing well and that front line disrupting, and take the pressure off your weak spot, which I believe is still safety play right now. So let's switch it over to the offensive side of the ball. Jerry boy, what does Josh Allen and company have to do to beat the Kansas City Chiefs this Sunday?
I think you started right out with the right word, Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen has to play a little bit different than he has all year. Well, except for the second game of the season. I think we need a high 30 passing attempts game with a 25% or a 75% completion rate. I think he has to get involved. Spagnuolo is very good at disguising defenses and stopping the run. So I feel like if Cook can't get going early, we have to rely on Allen. And I think they have to have a game plan. Brady has to have a game plan for Allen to be throwing quite a bit. and these receivers have to get open. That's another thing. And you mentioned it earlier before. You're afraid of throwing to the 3-4 guy. Maybe I hate to say it, maybe a couple picks by Allen to get his feet wet, but hopefully he's learning to fit it in where he needs to and to come up on top. But Allen needs to get going this game. This is a big one.
I don't want any interceptions, but
yeah, me neither. But
but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
I don't think. I'm wondering if it's confidence with receivers or if it's confidence in the game plan. I think the game plan thing is what's shaking it up because, he doesn't seem to have a problem hitting Kincaid or Shakir when he's called upon to do so. I really, if you don't use it, you lose it. Is that kind of what's going on right now? You know what I mean? I don't know. But I absolutely agree. I think, you got to open it up. You got to pass it a whole lot more. You got to be multidimensional. You cannot pitch it 47 times this week and think that you're going to be successful and put up 40. I don't think. Scooter Magoo.
I could tell you what they shouldn't do. They shouldn't throw screens. The Kansas City Chiefs defended that well. So I don't want to see that. They have a group of linebackers that are quick to the ball. And I think you need to take advantage of that, Josh. The play action passing game, I think, will be a big key, which obviously Jared and Swank, in order for the play action to work, your running game has to work to be a threat. So offensively, a lot of play action. I don't want to see anything cute. I just want to see them draw them linebackers up to the point where Josh can dump it down to his old reliables in the Kincaids, the Knoxes, and the Shakir. I don't think this is a game where you're going to find your wide receiver 1 or wide receiver 2. This defense is too good. Spagnuolo knows that. So just take what the defense is giving you, but you have to give the defense something to respect as far as a run game so it can open up the middle of the field for you.
I like it, man. I like it. I think this is that week, maybe that's why they held Palmer out. I think they were talking about that a little bit. He maybe could have went. That'd be nice if he was active and you could throw it down the field a little bit further to him. A little sidebar. How are we feeling about Keon Coleman right now?
Let him keep getting his bumps. I think it'll only make him stronger. He's got until the end of this year, and then there has to be something. If he doesn't start producing a little bit more, they got to do something.
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to give him the opportunities to do it, right? So that's
that too.
Where it's like if you're not throwing on the ball, I don't know. I am getting really frustrated with him not catching the ball some of these times, but
try something new with him. Put him in a slot with Shakir if you're running 4 wide receivers. He's played the slot at Florida State and he was successful there. So maybe that's a place to go.
Well, and I mean, slot wise, you're working more the center of the field, right? Like primarily. I mean, is that like, why can't you run routes from the outside more towards the center or you know what I mean? Like end up where a slot receiver would end up.
Right.
Why would that happen? Like, and I'm not a coordinator or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know theory wise if that makes any sense, but if he's better at catching balls in certain spots in the field, regardless where he lines up, just put him there.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
The middle of the field brings you is with zone. You can find zones. Coleman's not that bad at finding his zone when he plays a slot. And obviously the matchup is different. You're not playing CB1 or CB2. You may have a bigger advantage over nickelback or a mismatch with a linebacker.
Sure. I like it. Great stuff, man. Adam says, yes, play action. So that means the cook has been to play a lot because no one is respecting our other running backs. Yeah, I'd have to look at snap counts as far as Cook's got to be. He's
top.
Completely, yeah, absolutely top. But like, I'm wondering percentage wise compared to like the first, 7 games of last season. Like,
yeah, I think a couple weeks ago I heard last year was 46% snap, and now I think it was Sal said he was up to already 64 or 65. So it's.
I was gonna say he's got to be 70 at least.
It's higher.
I mean, and that's contributing to kind of like how we're feeling about Ray Davis and Ty because like we're seeing way more Cook. Like their opportunities are shortened.
Yep.
It was 46% last year. It's actually 58% now.
Okay. 60s.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I mean, I think a healthy dose of what you're doing well right now, which is the run game, and then waking this passing game up. There has to be something. Kincaid didn't get a whole lot of targets this last week. Let's open him up and get him there. And yeah, man, the Elijah Moores of the world need to you need to start seeing them down the field if that's where they're at, and spreading this ball around a little bit and keeping them on our toes. Yeah, I don't want to see pitches. I don't want to see wide receiver screens. A whole lot of either of those, to be honest. Push the ball down the field. You got a guy with a rocket for an arm. So let's see what's going on with all that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've hit the time in our show where we give our X Factor and score predictions. Jerry, since you're on a new record of 2 shows in a row, I'm going to send it to you first. What's your X Factor and score prediction?
Yeah, our X Factor is going to be Josh Allen distributing the ball through 6-7 guys. I know he's going to find Shakir. Kincaid's his main guy, but I think finding more receiving options for him, and even dumping it off, because I saw this past week the Commanders suited their running backs quite a bit. So getting the running backs involved in the passing game. So Josh Allen's going to have to spread the ball around. Again, I said earlier, 30 attempts I think we're going to have to see. But this might be a high-scoring game on both ends. So I'm saying 42-35 Buffalo Bills.
Damn. I like it.
Damn.
Scooter Magoo, what do you got?
X Factor is McDermott. Don't hide it. Call play. Play the calls. My X Factor is the defensive play calls this week. Obviously, I think offensively we can handle this defense, but I want to see our defense shut this offense up. They're hot. And somebody needs to slow them down. Let's give other teams that are watching, it's a copycat league, figure out how to figure out this team, and let's make the Kansas City Chiefs run to the playoffs a difficult one. So defensive coordinator play calls, I think it's McDermott. The X Factor is him. 35-31, close game. It always is.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. For me, X Factor wise, I am going to go with the defensive side of the ball as well. I'm going with the rookie Mad Max Holston, and his play, which I believe the majority of the CB2 snaps are going to him. And I just want to see this kid throw something at Patrick Mahomes that he hasn't seen, at least disrupt him for a half. You haven't seen this kind of speed against us. You haven't seen this kind of energy at CB2 the whole time you've played us. So here you go, man. There's no footage except for part of a game on him. Go nuts. Let's see what you got.
Love it.
Pick for him, first career NFL interception. And score prediction-wise, I hate the Chiefs. 35-17. No respect. Kelsey cries by the end of the game. Jim Graham, Keon, 70 yards receiving and a touchdown, 35-24. Jamie says X Factor, pressure Mahomes. Joey Hatch, James Cook in our offensive line for an X Factor. John's X Factor, Cook, 27-23 Bills. Ooh.
There you go.
Ooh. Joey Hatch, my X Factor, Deion Walker. Oh, God, we love us some Deion Walker on the K-Gun, brother. Adam Nice Call Swank, pick sixes all day. Mad Max, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Josh Cook, 30-27. You cannot go to this game. Are you going to this cookie? 1,173 tuning in right here. Listen, we got one more score prediction sitting here in the wings. And I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you guys this is the only score prediction and take that matters. This is Eli's winning lockdown.
Hey, welcome to Eli's winning lockdown. This Sunday at 4:25 p.m. Bills versus Chiefs. Well, 13 plus 87 equals the Bills era tour. This is the end for the Chiefs. Bills are 100% gonna win. Also, today's the Bills' 66th birthday. Sad the Bills were made in 1959, so today would be the 6-7 birthday. Also, my prediction is Himbo. Just kidding. On prediction, 35-31. So it adds up to 66. 66. To honor the Bills' birthday.
Nice.
Got the 26 shirts, official retail with Bills Mafia babes. But before I say peace, officially signed.
Nice. Nice. Beautiful.
And as always,
Peace, Eli. That's our guy in the streets right there. He's turning into a little guy, our Eli. Eli's winning lockdown. If you bet Eli's picks, you will be up money. He is insanely accurate. Ellen says X Factor coaching because there's very little Reed. Hasn't seen McDermott, needs to be top notch. Score 28-17. Hell yeah. Bro P Pat. What's up, Bro P Pat?
Bro P Pat.
Ball placement has not been good for Coleman. A lot of the jump balls thrown were not high enough, and defenders was able to grab his arm or knock the ball down. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think he has been covered, and that's like that contested catch thing. Like, oh, that's what Keon goes. Well, you can't do it every single time. Like,
And we saw that ball against the Jets that he caught. I mean, that ball was clearly over his head by a mile, and he was able to go up and get it. So, I mean, Bro P Pat, you got a point, my brother.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, it's 9:34. There's 1,186 of you tuning in live. Thank you so
Great turnout
for supporting the K-Gun, FLX Mafia, 24/7 Buff Pandemonium, the Buff fan base, 26 shirts, Irma Gerd. We're going to go around the horn with a final thought, a little last word from our sponsor, and then we're out. Jerry, hit him with your final thought.
Tough one coming up. Our Bills are 5-2 going against the 5-3 Kansas City Chiefs. I think they're 5-3. So it's a tough one. Perfect opportunity to see what we have halfway through the season. It's going to be a tough, long fight, but Bills Mafia just hang in there and wait till the end. Can't wait to come back next Tuesday, where I think we'll have special guest Mark Maddox join us, and we'll talk more football. Go Bills.
Is that true? I didn't know that Mark was coming next week, or I didn't remember.
I don't think I told you guys, but Mark's coming next week.
Oh, okay. Cool. Special guest, Mark Maddox.
Nice.
Our buddy Mark Maddox. Right next to me over here, Scooter Magooter. Tell him your final thought, bruh.
The bye week came and gone, and we showed up. McDermott's 9-0 after the bye week. He's prepared. I think with those new guys on board, be excited, Bills fans. We have some fresh legs that are about to put the hammer down and make a good run for the end for the rest of the season. Going off the 6-7 thing, the original 6-7, the Lord created the earth and heaven in 6 days and rested on the seventh. OG 6-7. There you go, everyone. You can use that one for the kids if you want. But nope, love it. 425 game. You prepare a little different for those ones. Go Bills.
Go Bills indeed.
I was gonna say that, but then I see the 6-7 going on. I was like, yeah, the OG.
Scott with a little church rebuttal for your 6-7 going on. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in and being supportive. We're really close to 1,200 live viewers right now. We are a little bit over, so technically, if you want to get real technical about it,
Here we go, folks. We're in overtime.
That's right. It's 9:37. Technically, we're in overtime, and this is just coming in for our final thought. I'd like to thank Washburn Excavating so much for being a sponsor of tonight's show. Don't forget, you can call Courtney for all of your needs. They're located in Dundee, New York, 607-243-7801, 607-243-7801. Call them up. Get whatever excavating you need done, and I appreciate you guys being a supporter of the K-Gun Report and the FLX Mafia. Guys, enjoy these games, man. We're like creeping up on halfway through the season right now. It's insane. It goes by so fast. And what better time for us to be starting to hit our stride than mid-season? It's a bummer that the offense isn't doing exactly what we want. We got half of the offense doing what we want. We need the other half to kind of step up and balance this out. Get Josh smiling on the field again and throwing up a couple bombs. Once we get that balance, this could be a really, really tough team to beat with the way the defense is stepping up and kind of coming into its own identity. So enjoy the game, relax. Don't forget to catch Sunday sessions this Sunday, an hour and a half before kickoff with myself and Scooter Magoo and Ryan Thomas from the Thomas Takes Sports podcast. We'll hit you with the inactives and our last final takes before kickoff and all that good stuff. So, check Sunday sessions. Follow all of us. Washburn Excavating, 26 shirts, Buff Fan Base, 24/7 Buff Pandemonium. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Real quick shout out to Owen, Rude Master, Maria, Oken, 64 Sassy Mom, Layla Michelle, and the Buffalo Breakdown on Instagram. Your comments came in. We saw them. Thanks for supporting us. Go Bills.
Hell yeah. Go